Mischief Castle.
That was so dominant. I have an erection. That was sick.
He's finally here, folks.
That's it.
Connor's here. The penultimate episode, dude. 90 fucking 9.
99. That's crazy.
You snuck it right under the gun.
I know. Yeah. And I think 100's been reserved for
All three of you guys.
me, Ryan, and Evan. Yeah.
It's our studio episode. We're going to use, I think it has to be a video. It has to be.
Sure.
I think Rye's got 2 cameras for his pod setup at his office. So I'll just bring these 2 extra mics and then I've got so much planned. I've got so much planned for that, dude.
Good, man. It'll be fun.
I don't even do like segments regularly anymore. But that one's I'm going to try and shoot for like 2 hours.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh my God. All right. Have you ever done a podcast before, Con?
Never. I don't even know if I've held a microphone to my face before.
Ooh.
But
First time. All right.
This is cool, man.
Oh yeah. It's an experience for sure.
Well, so you've been doing it for years now. Right?
2
years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got some experience under your belt with it.
Yeah.
But
I do a little music here or there, so I'm used to the sound design aspect of it, but talking for an hour straight is, oh God.
I have to do it on a daily basis
with
my team and everything at work. So I'm used to talking to a bunch of people, but not in this way. This is cool. But so this is it. We were talking a little bit earlier about the digital media thing.
Oh yeah, going back to school.
Yeah, sweet. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I get behind that. But as far as that as a scope is concerned, this is it. So, are you gonna go all in on podcasts? Or
No. I'm ending this thing after next month.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
100's it.
100 is it? Yeah.
Oh shit.
I decided. I started talking to women again, and I decided, maybe having 100 hours of internet show where I just say the most absurd and offensive things possible.
Some of it's pretty absurd.
Some of it. Do you have a?
Alexa is your friend who you did all the crazy videos with too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're really friends now.
Oh.
After he, I didn't talk to you about that. He abandoned us in Oswego on Halloween. He drove me, him, and Malcolm out there to party up with our friend Noah, who went to school out there. He graduated, but we went out there last year to meet all of his friends, and we did it again. And then I paid for the room, and Alexa had to drive. That was the arrangement. Mm-hmm. So we went out, hit the town came back to the room at 3 a.m. We had lost him for 30, 45 minutes, and then we got back to the room. He was already in there, sitting in the closet, just not on the bed, not on a chair, just sitting in the closet. And then as soon as he sees us, he makes a show out of it, stands up, looks us both in the eyes, doesn't say a word, walks out of the room. We thought he was going to go to the bathroom because it was a shared dorm complex, Airbnb basically. And no, he just sent Malcolm a picture of him on the highway, drunk at 5 a.m, going all the way back from the Great Lakes all the way out to Rotterdam. And we were lucky that Noah was out there too to see his girlfriend. And then we just rode back with him, but it was fucking absurd. And Alexei has posted a video since. He finished editing the video we were working on and then dropped it and didn't say anything, has made no attempt to contact any of us.
Weird.
Yeah, I could have seen it coming. I should have seen it coming. He's kind of a shitty dude. He does stuff like that all the time.
Where he'll abandon you guys?
No, this is definitely up there.
Get drunk and drive and
he drunk drives a lot, yeah.
Yeah. No, not safe.
No, not at all.
Not a good idea. Well, it sounds like he was the one who ended it though. So with that action.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But whatever. Move on.
Yeah. It's fine. The video is kind of funny, but I mean I would have stopped talking. The latest video we put out, or I guess he put out, is evil beer pong. I'll pull it up when this is done. It's
Yeah.
it's pretty funny, but we split it up over a month of filming, and it was horrendous. So the premise was that we need to go on this big long hike, this big long like 17-mile hike to go out to a field and play beer pong with just the most horrendous, atrocious drinks out there, and so we had to film on location in like 9 different places, and this is right when like the sun started setting earlier in the day. So I have a job, and he doesn't, so I couldn't be out there all the time to film us just walking around in as many places as possible. And he also demanded that we wear the same clothes for continuity and consistency. So I had to set aside an entire outfit out of my closet and keep it like on my like bedside table for a month. And then finally we get to like the last place we went to, and then the bit is that he pulls out a huge map and I flip it around and say we've been going the wrong way the whole time.
Oh my god. A lot of effort.
It's an
there.
insane amount of effort. It was, but I had this one idea. Me, him, and Malcolm. Malcolm's our cameraman. We sat down at a table and just discussed for an hour exactly how the video would go, and we came up with this hilarious idea to, during the like hiking intro portion, have this like weird like dream sequence where Alexa is on. He picks up like a karate belt, and then we're both wearing like one of my gis, and we have this like samurai duel. And I directed the whole thing. I came up with the choreography for it. I decided the camera angles. I fucking storyboarded it out. And it was only like 30 seconds. And it came out pretty good, like the actual raw footage of it. And then Alexei just cut the whole thing out of it. And I told him, this is like my pride and joy in this video is this one bit. This is my good contribution to it. If you cut this, we're done. And then he abandoned us 2 hours away, drives home, cuts the bit out, posts the video. And now here we are.
Sounds like a real stand-up guy.
Yeah, he's a piece of work. I don't know. He's been through some shit. Like his like quote crazy ex-girlfriend is an even worse person, or was when she was a teenager, and did some of the wildest things I've ever heard about. And that was like his only girlfriend ever. So he's just like his barometer for what he's into and what his life is like is just so out of whack. And he takes no steps to readjust it whatsoever. So he just acts in the most, I don't know, unprompted, out-of-pocket manners all the time.
Mm. Yeah, not a recipe for success.
No.
Yeah.
Good video
More
editor.
chaos.
Good video editor. Terrible friend.
Well, so that was how long ago?
That was, when was Halloween? Like a week and a half ago?
Oh, okay, so not that long ago.
No. It was very recent.
Well, I know your skills in the sphere. So, because we had done videos for during COVID.
Oh yeah,
those are good.
Those are some of my favorite. My favorites are the birthday videos.
Those are dude.
Your birthdays, yours and James's are my pride and joy. Honestly,
those are awesome, man.
Oh, that series. I wish I could spread it around, but it takes so much context to explain that to everybody. That's 3 hours of footage of just us competing on a playground. I gotta crack those open again. I gotta watch those again. I haven't watched those in a while.
The jousting on the beach thing that we just came up with on the spot.
Yeah, that was that your graduation party or Ryan's graduation party? We really started like the first video. I think is Ryan's graduation party.
I think at my graduation party, it was just playing football the whole time.
Oh yeah,
but Ryan's, or it could have been Evan's even. I'm not sure. You have to check the date on the first video there.
Well, the third one. I know the third one is Ev's graduation party, and then the fourth one was I just got everybody together to do it. I think. Oh, I posted all the podcasts to the same channel where these all are. So now they're extremely hard to find.
Deep dive.
Oh yeah.
The scene though where I step over Evan on the beam.
Oh my god. What was your thought process in that moment? So
I don't know.
in this video you are competing with Evan on a balance beam on a playground connecting two structures, I guess. And the goal is to get past the other person and touch the beam that they started on. And Evan has this weird strategy of bending down and grabbing the beam with his hands.
Yep.
And you just vault over him.
Well, I just thought I'd just be like, all right, I'll just step over you. Because I'm a pretty big fella.
Yeah.
But I kind of misplaced my landing foot.
Oh yeah.
And it was extraordinary. I got a point though, I think. So
No, yeah, you beat him that round.
I remember on the dismount though, I fucked my ankle up.
Oh really?
I felt like I shrugged it off, but like for the next like 5 days, I was like, oh my god, that was stupid.
Was that the same day Kelsey exploded her ankle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had a much more.
Some people just shouldn't play this game.
No. This is.
And honestly, a couple of us are definitely aged out.
Uh-huh.
I think. I don't know if I could do it anymore. But
I don't think it. I think
we're too old now.
Yeah,
almost 30.
Ryan could do it physically. Take it easy. I don't think Ryan could socially afford to injure himself playing on a playground.
No.
He's lucky he walked away unscathed. That kid's got some skills on that.
I mean, he's been injured plenty of times in other stuff. So.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure he'll just take this one as a point of pride. But now we'll pass it on to the next generation whenever they come through.
Oh yeah.
That'll be fun.
James's kid is about to inherit like a cavalcade of skills.
Oh yeah.
You've seen that. You've seen James's son in person, right?
Many times.
Okay.
I think I'm one of the only people who goes up to see them frequently.
Oh.
I'm going to go up to see them in December, and I saw them twice earlier this year already.
That baby is huge. That kid is gigantic.
I mean, James is enormous.
Yeah, I know, but like Addie's like 4'10".
See the genetics that come through?
Uh-huh.
No, Addie's amazing. She's an amazing mom, and they're both of them are taking really good care of that kid. So
yeah,
Alistair.
I'm happy for him.
I just wish they were a little closer. That's all.
They're what in Vermont? Like in the northern part of Vermont?
Yeah, so it's like a 3.5 hour drive.
Oh, that's not
Almost
terrible.
4. I mean, for regular trips though.
Oh no, yeah. That's not. I think I went out to Oswego like 4 times. I drove myself 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
That was the course of like a year. I couldn't do that too often. And there's no public transport option for.
No.
You can run north or north-south, east-west down to from Albany to any direction except for northeast. All of New England has like no railways at all, which is ridiculous.
We put the money into our railroads for western expansion. That's pretty much it. And then we've evolved into this everyone's got to drive their own car lifestyle.
I hate that. That's one of my to put together public infrastructure. I had this crackpot idea a few months ago about like taking all of the interstates and putting railways, like subways, underneath them. So you can run in the same direction and then just have stops at all the exits, basically. So where you would come out to a town, you just build a train station there. And then effectively you can have public transport that runs parallel to it, and not everyone would need a car to go.
Yeah, I mean, on paper that sounds great. So compared to other countries, like I'm just gonna say the UK, right now. So like if you went to London, you'd be easily able to hop on a train to get wherever you got to go.
Yeah.
Like no problem. The major difference between all those countries who can do that and the United States is just the size. The United States is enormous.
Oh yeah, it's insanely big.
Could we do it? We got the resources. Yeah, totally.
We absolutely could.
But it's just a huge, huge project.
Well, China did it over the course of 20 years, and China's way bigger
Than the United States? I don't know, land mass wise? Yeah, probably actually. They definitely have more people.
They put together like 2,000 miles of railroad in like 20 years as like a public transport.
Yeah, China is improving at a very respectable rate, but enough to a point where we are concerned.
It's worrying, yeah.
Yes. So
you heard about the European ghost towns they're building? They're building like European styled cities, just in the
Chinese are.
The Chinese are in their own country, just like traditional like the brick and mortar European style buildings and cities, and they're just empty. I think they might be opening them up soon, but this has been like a project underway for like 14 years, I think, and they just sat empty for a long, long time.
Interesting.
And I always found it really creepy because I have no idea why they're doing that, who that's for. Because China doesn't really have like a huge intake of
American
immigrants.
traders.
Yeah,
European traders seeking asylum in China.
But like to build multiple cities that are just empty.
Well, North Korea does that for sure, right?
Do they?
Fake cities? I think so.
Oh,
when they're touring people around their country.
Oh yeah.
Or you know what it is? It's how to properly strike an American home.
Oh, that might be it. Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Build fake American or European style homes. And what does it look like when a bomb gets dropped on that?
Ooh. Oh.
That's probably.
Oh, that's a good. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Some kind of simulated exercise.
Maybe.
For their military.
They've been doing like boots on the ground winter training in Canada for a while now. I've been pretty concerned about that. I mean, as a guy who doesn't know anything about world politics, really, it seems very strange that our like number one military enemy or like military threat is in our bordering country doing like winter simulation training.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that. That is a little concerning.
It kind of went under wraps for a while because nothing big came of it. But like around the same time where they started throwing the like quote spy balloons across our skies.
What a weird little moment.
That
the Chinese are pissed at us for blowing their spy balloons up.
Yeah, over our
Our
airspace.
country.
Why?
Yeah, I have no idea. And then the whole UFO thing at the same time.
Oh, I forgot about that already. That seems so insignificant. There was something that like around the time that came out, there was another big like billionaire scandal or something that it seemed like a clear, hey guys, look at this. There's aliens now.
To shift the gaze of the American public.
And I guess I fell for it because I forgot what the scandal was.
Well, that kind of thing happened during 9/11 too.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. So there's like either the day or the day before or the day of 9/11. One of our federal finance guys was like, there's like billions of dollars missing.
And they hit the Pentagon in the tax office where the records went missing.
That's a little sketch.
Oh yeah,
a little bit sketch. It's probably just going to companies like BlackRock
Vanguard. Yeah. It is insane to me that our only like mainland national tragedy of the past like century is just the biggest joke among young people. Like people who saw it are like, oh my God, 9/11 is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's weird how people have turned it.
It's also strange that like somehow new footage of it keeps coming out. Did you see last year there was that guy, I think he was on like a ferry boat when it was happening. He took like a 720p camcorder video of it from a boat. and it's a new angle that just came out after 20 years for some reason.
I don't know. Maybe the government was holding on to it for some reason. I don't know. I have no idea. That's interesting, though.
There's also one. I don't know if this is new, but I think this is fucking hilarious. There's a video of some people. I think they're college kids, maybe, in like a dorm or like a hotel room or an apartment or something next to a window, and it's like 7 or 8 in the morning, and one of them's got like a pint glass with like a beer in it already, and they're just making jokes and sitting and talking. It seems like a fucking perfectly normal video, and then the girl sitting on the couch, she just like looks out the window and screams, and the guy pans the camera, and it's 9/11 happening in the moment.
Oh my god!
And like the first time it hit me, or the first time I saw it, it hit me like a truck. I bust out laughing like in public because it just seemed like a normal video, and I saw it on like a website or an app or something that didn't have a description for it. It's not like something I clicked on. I just scrolled into it. It was absurd to me. I had never seen it before.
Yeah, the humor. I mean, the humor of 9/11 is a strange side effect. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I was very young when it happened, but I remember conceptually what was going on. I think it was in like first grade, I think. But so young.
Yeah.
But well, the other thing, a lot of other countries, like if you listen to the stand-up of other comedians, they'll bust on 9/11 all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. So I think that's our consumption of foreign media has influenced that side effect of 9/11. Heck, we can make a joke about this, right?
Yeah.
But
I think they just know we love it. I think they just know we love it so much. Like, what's that comedian? Jimmy Carr. Is that his name?
He'll be in Albany in early next year.
And I think he'll say something about 9/11.
Oh, sure. He has to.
I feel like people would let another tragedy just fly to live through another moment and get another set of jokes like that. Like COVID wasn't really a tragedy. It was this very slow, long, drawn out thing. It's not like a bomb just dropped somewhere. So people don't make like good jokes about it. Everybody's like, oh, those 2 years just sucked. But
no one makes jokes about it because it actually impacted them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when it doesn't impact them, like most people in the country during 9/11, there's that disconnect.
But like Pete Davidson makes 9/11 jokes. His dad died in 9/11 he was a firefighter who died when the building came down.
That SNL guy who dated
Ariana Grande and Kim Kardashian and every famous woman ever.
Yeah, every celebrity hot chick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, outlier. That's what I would say. But
yeah, fair enough.
How he copes with it, maybe. Still a tragedy.
Oh, for sure.
But there's bound to be more. I mean, there's tons of senseless killings now.
Yeah.
What was the most recent one was in Maine, I think, and that one barely hit our news.
What story is this?
There was like a mass shooting.
Oh, geez.
In Maine, yeah.
Yeah, I did not hear about that.
See, it's just like we're totally desensitized.
American number one, baby. We're not going to do fucking anything about it. Let's go.
Yeah, actually, since what was the first Columbine? That was the first.
I think so. Yeah.
We haven't done anything about it.
No.
But what? So, gun control. You can't take guns away from Americans.
No,
you can't.
No, you can't do it.
Even if they passed a law, you couldn't take guns.
They have guns. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. So, while I respect our founding fathers for putting that in our Constitution, I don't think they would have foreseen something like this happening.
No. Well, it's just the advancement of weaponry since the inception of the Second Amendment is like one person can have the firepower of what back then was like an entire 20-person like frontline battalion.
Yeah. No, huge military advancements since the 1700s.
I've been on the bandwagon of I think we need to just go back to I want to live in like a fantasy world where we just go back to like sword combat.
I've thought
and
about
ground
that.
wars.
Like, all right, if armies want to fight, if you want to fight someone, it's got to be sword, axe, shield, spear.
They're doing that at the border of China and India, somewhere in the Himalayas. There's like it's not a non-aggression pact, obviously, because they're fighting physically, but there's some kind of accord where they can't shoot at each other. So now they're busting out like electrified tridents and riot shields and spiked batons, and there's videos of them just like melting into each other, trying to hit each other in the head with sticks. It's one of my favorite things.
Brutal, but I like it.
It's one of my favorite current goings on.
Have you seen any of the Dune movies or read any of the books?
I actually watched Dune twice in like the past month. I watched it by myself, and then I watched it at Oswego, actually.
Like they've advanced so far
past the need for guns, basically, yeah.
So that they're back to fighting in hand-to-hand
Yeah.
situations. Like, yeah. So it could happen.
Dune's crazy. I love that movie so much.
Yeah, I can't wait for the next movie to come out here, which it did get delayed because of some writer's strike.
It was supposed to be out already, right?
Yeah.
So that's coming out in what, March? It's
March
5 months.
2024. Yeah.
And it's covering the movie was just the first half of the first book, right?
Something like that. I'd ask. I mean, Ryan knows absolutely everything about the Dune series. He's read all the books like 3 times, and would be able to critique this better than myself.
Did I ever tell you when the day after Thanksgiving 2021, when I crashed my car outside of your grandpa's house, and we were all leaving when that snowstorm hit?
Yeah.
Ryan and James and Kevin and everybody came and like helped me just wait for the cop basically to file a report. And then Ryan took me home, and he's like, "Hey, do you mind if I just like?" And he starts fucking with the the center console, and he starts playing like the second Dune audio book.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hearing it sounded like Chinese to me at the time. I was hearing fucking Sardaukar and Arrakis and Fremen and all these words that have no meaning to me.
Yeah.
Dumped in the middle of a second book. It was one of the funny. I didn't say anything and I didn't ask any questions. I just tried to listen, but I couldn't.
It's a totally different language.
It's complete gibberish if you don't know anything
Frank
about
Herbert, I think he's the guy who wrote the books.
What
But he's taken a ton of...
What a goat, honestly.
For
creating a whole like high concept sci-fi universe and then naming your main character Paul. And naming his like mentor Duncan Idaho. His mom Jessica. His dad had a cool name, I think, right? It was something like
Leto.
Leto.
Yeah, Leto.
That movie's got an incredible cast. That's like an all-star cast movie.
Oh yeah,
it's
only
insane
getting better.
It's insane that it got made. I didn't know the Fremen guy was Javier Bardem. I just watched No Country for Old Men like 2 weeks prior to that, and I didn't recognize him at all. Give him short hair and a beard and crazy blue eyes, and I can't.
Tremendous actor. Ryan will never be able to remember his name though. So
Ryan can't remember anybody's name. Ryan's terrible with everybody's name.
Next, at 100 here, you got to ask him who that actor is from No Country for Old Men, and also who plays the. I'd see, like I can't even remember the fake character's name, but the leader of the Fremen. He won't be able to get it.
No.
But I'm saving my laugh for that moment.
Well, yeah, I'll throw it in there. I've got like 5 bits planned right now, I think.
Good.
We're gonna do a segment.
You're targeting 2 hours? It's gonna be longer than that.
It might. I mean, depending on how much time Ryan will allow us, I'll go all fucking day. I don't care. I'm targeting this segment. I'm gonna call it the Gallup poll. It's this game I'm gonna play basically where I'm gonna try and get split the room with a bunch of questions. So if I can put together like 5 questions that the 3 of you might like 2 agree, 1 disagree on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna go insane. And then fucking biggest problem of the week. Have you heard that segment on this show?
No.
No? Biggest problem of the week is a few weeks where I just wrote down like a list of things that were pissing me off that week.
Okay.
And then just go and like rant about them pretty much.
Yeah.
And then I just threw a snazzy title on it and called that a segment.
Good.
But with the more people there are doing an episode, the easier it is for there to be a discussion about something. So it's basically just a headline instead of having to go on a monologue tirade. And then oh my God, commercial breaks. I have a hard time like transitioning between talking points or something, like if we're doing segments on the show.
Sure.
So it'd be nice to just like look at a camera and be like, "We'll be right back, folks." Like I'm Dr. Phil.
Yeah, have some commercials.
Oh yeah. If we're doing full video, I'm gonna throw like old toy commercials from like the 90s in there.
Sweet. Yeah, definitely. Do you watch any of this guy? His name's General Sam on YouTube. Have you heard of him or anything?
I think so.
So he's one of the best editors I've seen, and he'll post like an hour-long video and do ad breaks, but they're ads that he's made.
Oh yeah.
And he goes in, and they're absolutely hilarious. But I play a lot of Escape from Tarkov, and he's in that community. And James originally turned me on to that channel, so I got James to thank for introducing me. But
James has some strange obsessions sometimes.
I love it.
He sends me like Instagram reels every single morning. That's like what I wake up to is like funny shit from him every day. And it's mostly like it's mostly about wizards. If I look back, I'm seeing Alex Jones, a pencil sharpener, military wizard cop, corrupt cop, wizard, Willem Dafoe. He loves sending me shit about wizards and black people. He loves sending me like black people humor. One of his favorite bits. I don't think he has the balls to say this to me in person or in front of other people. But he sent. Have you ever seen like light skin memes?
No.
So there's among like black people humor on the internet is like a subset of a style of joke or like skit where it'll be like how dark-skinned black people do something, and it's just a black guy doing something normally, and it's like how light-skins do the same thing, and it's like the most flamboyant like show off present-y way to do anything. And I found them funny when they first started coming out, but like every single time James sees one, it goes right to me and no one else.
Well, you're the closest thing he's got in our family. So he lives in Vermont.
Oh, yeah, he does. Yeah. I'm probably the only black person he sees ever.
No. No. That's funny, though.
He did live out here for a little bit with you guys. He had to have seen black people before.
Oh, dude, I missed that apartment. That was an awesome little setup that we had.
Dude, the loft was so legendary. That was such a great time.
Yeah. No, Ryan had his nice little perch up there.
It was so funny.
He could do his perching things. But
his little like anti-Nerf gun bookshelf shell on the ledge was insane.
It was a nice spot. It was central to everywhere we needed to go, and no, it was nice. It was nice, honestly, being able to split rent with some people, save some money, and have a good time doing it. And
that loft, dude! That loft was the second place this podcast was ever recorded.
Oh yeah. Well, that's right.
James did episode 3.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I wish
probably just playing my computer games downstairs.
You walked in on us.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Fucking, I wish I could redo that because the audio quality is so bad. I didn't have this recorder. I was running a mic into this mic has a USB, so I was just USBing that into my computer, and then I was taking that one that you're holding and running it through like an audio interface I use for music, and then shoving those both into my computer, and then opening up like it was the stupidest setup. I would open up OBS Streamlabs, like the screen recorder for live streaming,
Yep.
and hit record for an hour and just create this like 5 gigabyte video file that's just audio. And then I would file convert that down into an MP3 and not edit it at all. So any cuts, any terrible like volume changes, like it just stayed in, and I just sent it out. And I didn't learn anything about how to make this show good in the slightest for like 2 months. My pride and joy. And not also like,
but now you have.
Now I have, yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite terrible thing from that bygone time is that this mic came with a stand. So everybody who had this mic would just put it on a stand and then leave it out here and start talking into it. But it doesn't make any noise. It doesn't pick anything up until you put it right in front of your face. Like it's a one direction mic with like a very clear cone of where it goes.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody else who would wear headphones, except for James didn't have headphones because we were sitting too far apart. But like my friend Malachi, who I started the show with, he would wear headphones, know exactly how he sounded, and still like put the thing down on a table and sit way the hell away from it. My God.
No etiquette.
No, none whatsoever. That's just like full 100% autism.
Oh man, that spot though. Another year into our lease, but hindsight being 2020, Addie would have been pregnant.
Yeah,
in that apartment.
Once Addie and Brooke started living there for a little bit, or Brooke wasn't living there, was she?
Yeah, she was.
Oh, she was
for a little bit.
Oh yeah, having 5 people in that apartment.
5 people in an apartment was a little much. I don't hate it one bit though.
No.
It was awesome to have everyone there. But yeah, for a 2-bedroom apartment, technically, it was a lot.
Oh yeah, James was just in the guest room, right?
Well, so on the first floor,
yeah,
there was the master, which I took.
Yep.
And then there was the just the a bedroom.
Yeah.
The loft was just like a living room.
Oh, it was. It wasn't even a.
No.
Oh yeah, Ryan made his room out of a closet.
Out of a closet.
Wait, was it? It wasn't even a closet. It was a hole in the wall, right? Like it was just carved into the wall.
It was an enormous closet.
Yeah, it was huge.
But
he didn't have a door. It was just curtains.
Oh yeah. Yep.
There's no door leading to the upstairs or anything. Just no privacy, no noise protection whatsoever. I feel so bad for him.
Hey, he knew the grave he was digging himself.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's technically a 2-bedroom apartment.
Damn, that was such a nice place.
It was good. Yeah. No, I mean I got tons of memories from that place. So, because I lived there for almost a full year before. Anything,
oh yeah.
Because I had my own spot.
You were the first resident, right?
The first resident in that
building.
whole building. And then no one. There was even after I moved in for 3 months. No one was there.
No one for 3 months.
Nobody.
Okay.
For
And that place is still open.
Yeah. The management of that place is, meh. It's just meh. But yeah, I don't know what it took so long to get people in there. But the second person in, I ended up dating, which is kind of funny. But,
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah, Alex was the second one in there. So moving from Cincinnati, she was just like, she didn't latch on to me or anything, but she's like, I have to know this other person because we are the only 2 people that live in this whole building. So
I know she was your girlfriend and you have a lot of memories and spent a lot of time with her. I met her one time, barely remember what she looks like. She was this like fictional character to me. Because you and everybody, like your mom and everybody would talk about her. People who know her. I didn't at all. I saw her outside of a movie theater one time. I think you brought her to Avatar with us?
During Christmas.
During Christmas,
right?
During our Christmas movie.
Yep, sounds about right. Yeah.
That's so funny. I picture everybody that I don't know as this like just complete piece of fiction. sometimes.
Shadowy figure.
It's one of my worst like habits because I'm like I just think about somebody I don't know, and then I just headcanon spiral down the rabbit hole of just making shit up about them. That's never true, and I never speak any of it out loud. It's just like thoughts that occupy my brain when no one's talking to me. But like some of the things that I believed about people for the longest time, I look back, I'm like, how the fuck did I ever get that in my head? Like, when I was a kid, I didn't know what my dad's like job was. I just knew that he knew jiu-jitsu and would get on planes and leave for like 3 or 4 days at a time. He was just an auditor for the state of New York, so he would just fly to states and other places that had businesses in New York and audit them through our tax code. I didn't find that out until I was like 15. I just got it in my head and fully believed that he was like an international assassin for the longest time. It's like, oh yeah, my dad knows how to fight and he flies on planes. That's what contract killers do. And so when I was like 6 years old, I was like, oh yeah, my dad. I went to school and I was like, yeah, my dad kills people. I just said that out loud.
Oh my!
And people were like, that's crazy, dude. And I was in elementary school and I went to a black school too. So my dad would come and pick me up from this school deep in Schenectady sometimes. And I'm like, yeah, don't fuck with my dad. He murders people. And I made that up, and I fully believed it. To this day, like he finds it hilarious too. Luckily, and I never got in trouble for saying anything like that. But I don't know how my brain did that, and I do that with literally everybody. Like I don't know what Brooke's job is, and I was like, oh yeah, she's.
Well, yeah. What do you think she does?
What do I think she does? I was like, oh yeah, she's a personal trainer. That's the first thing I learned about her was that like, oh yeah, she power lifts. I'm like, okay, must be a personal trainer. That's it. I don't know. In fact, I don't really want to know. I like the delusion a little bit.
You don't want me to say what she actually does?
No. Well, yeah. Tell me.
Oh, well, I mean, she works in schools. She's like, into the social work and
okay,
that kind of scope.
Okay,
Yeah.
No, did not know that.
Yeah, up in Saratoga, that way.
Okay,
yeah,
that makes sense, I guess.
At least that's what she did. She actually might be changing.
Oh, okay.
That's the last thing I remember.
I don't know. I don't talk to the lady. I don't talk to Ryan either, which is strange. Like he was having me do stuff for him when he was setting up his realty practice. Like I was recording the walkthroughs for him and editing his podcasts and his videos and stuff. And then like as soon as he hired other people to do that for him, he just like stopped talking to me. I don't think I mean I know he's just got his nose to the grindstone and he's making a good life for himself, but I just like I don't see the guy ever. I don't think I've spoken to him in like 2 months.
Oh. Well, I mean, you don't talk to me that often. So
I try. Well, yeah, no. I guess that's fair.
Ryan's he's running a business. He's
actually
busy.
You know what? Yeah, that is on me. I just realized I don't talk to anybody. Actually, everybody fucking complains about that.
Don't feel bad about it.
Oh, it's yeah. I don't talk to my mom. I don't talk to you or Ryan. Or
if
anybody.
I'm gonna pull up my phone. One of my best friends from college. Look how far I have to scroll down to even try. No, that's not even Kellen. It's Kellen's mom. Okay? Like
Why do you have your friend's mom's phone number from college?
Well, she's just a nice lady.
Oh, yeah.
And so, I had to help her out on a couple occasions just with school and everything. But like, he's my best friend. We never talk to each other.
Never speak?
Never talk. But when we do want to link up, it's like we never skipped a beat.
Oh yeah.
So
that's the best part about being a guy is you don't need any details about anything.
No. Yeah,
just go.
Keep it realistic. I know if we're not talking, I'm assuming you're busy, you're hard at work.
Yeah.
But if you want to chill, hit me up. That's all. It's simple. It's a very simple train of thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't need to be talking or texting people all the time. It's just not me. It's not me.
I wish I did. Like nobody like reaches out to me. I've been like the group planner. I've been like the group planner for my outside of the family at least, because my mom tries to talk to me all the time. I think Dwayne and Krista send me some stuff too, but like people that I know from outside of the family, I have to initiate every single conversation with them all the time. It's I hate it so much.
I can see that'd be annoying, but yeah, is what it is, man.
In terms of like putting stuff together for people, like I'm the group planner for my friends because I'm the only one who makes plans that work ever and can communicate with anybody. Like like the first time I hung out with Alexei and my friend Noah at Noah's house. He just come back from school. It was like the beginning of summer break, I think. It was like early May. And we got just destroyed. That is just absolutely blasted at his house. And the next morning, we all wake up just still spinning. And we drive out to, I'm like, I want donuts. We go out to Latham and get duck donuts, and on the way back, Alexei's like, yo, stop at the Pine Bush Preserve. There's like a cool game outside the building. I'm like, what? Okay. And we go
at the nature center?
Yeah, the nature center.
Okay.
Like outside of the building,
yep.
Like right at the beginning of the trail is apparently like quote unquote a game. And he's like, dude, it's sick. I promise. It's it's so good.
And you trusted this man.
We went there. We parked up in the parking lot, and we're looking around, and he leads us over to like right off of the sidewalk where this trailhead begins, and there's just like a cube on the ground with like a bunch of pictures of animals on every side, and it's on like this like painted concrete like quote game board. It's not really like a game board. It's just like it's almost like a display, like a statue, and it's just like it's a big like block dice you roll, and that's it. There's nothing else to it. There's no game to play. There's no dial to spin. No points to score.
How did he find that?
I don't know, and we never asked him about it, and Noah was so distraught by this that he immediately ran into the bushes and started throwing up. Because he started laughing really hard at the absurdity of what was happening. Because there is no game here. There's nothing to see. We shouldn't have even been there. We didn't walk the trails or go inside. We just stopped to look at concrete. Noah laughs at this, starts throwing up because he's super hungover, and he just had 2 donuts for breakfast. He's not doing good. And I had the Zing bows in my trunk, actually, and I think I just started shooting at him in the bush while he's throwing up. It was really funny. But then Noah comes back, and he looks at me, and together we look at Alexei, and we're like, yeah, from this moment on, you don't get to make any calls at all.
Good.
You can't decide anything that's
glad
going
you guys
on.
settled on that.
And from that moment forward, he was not allowed to try and put any plans together. And we had this big group of friends for like 2 or 3 months, where like we would just meet up at one of their houses, and everybody would be like, okay, what's happening? And then just look at me like I came preloaded with something to do. And
you're the party planner.
It made no fucking sense to me, because other people we had this huge group chat with like 20 people in it, and somebody would send a text, be like, yo, are you guys doing anything tonight? And everybody would be like, nope. And then 5 or 6 of them would just gather together. And then I show up, and nobody says a word to me beforehand in the conversation, in the text conversation. And then as soon as I'm there, they're like, well, Cameron, what are we doing tonight? I don't know, dude. Playing games and watching The Last of Us in your house like we usually do. Like, why do I need to prepare to do anything else?
I get that. For a while, I felt responsible for coordinating a lot of like the Gallup cousins like get-togethers. Yeah. And then Ryan sort of took that role, but then everyone started moving everywhere, and that kind of all fell apart. It's a lot. It's a lot to coordinate.
Yeah. People are Oh God, people are so inconsistent. I can't do like last minute plans. I don't think I have anxiety, but I just get really like angry at the thought of something going wrong because somebody puts together like last minute plans when I'm not making plans. It's a weird
like
affliction.
anxiety.
It might be. It's anger. It's not like I'm worried about it. It's like this. If this goes wrong, I'm going to be angry. And now the thought of it going wrong is in my head because
anger
I know it
or
can.
disappointment. Just disappointment, probably.
No, anger.
Really?
Anger. Yeah, straight up. I mean, I don't know how to filter my emotions out like at all. I think I used to think I did until like a week ago. And no, I don't
Just
really.
adopt the CJ Gallup method.
Don't let anything out.
Don't let
ever.
anything out. Ever.
Seal all of your pain inside of that huge mustache.
And then just let it out in like little bursts, but calmly be like, yeah, no, that part of time really sucked.
Yeah.
But
that's, yeah. I mean, I guess.
Don't do that, folks.
No, do not do that.
Don't bottle it up. It's not worth it. It actually probably poisons you, actually. Because you're building up all this stress within yourself, not letting it go in a healthy way, and it's changing the chemicals in your brain.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the full Irish method. That's like the 100% be a man redhead method. If something goes wrong, your whole life falls apart. 5 Guinnesses and a cold walk home, and that's all I'll ever do.
That'll do. I can definitely. I've seen it when I worked in Ireland. I've seen those types of people.
Oh my God.
Sad, but yeah, I can attest. But no, I jokingly say it about my own dad, but he is a pretty stoic person. So, and I do try to emulate that in a way.
I don't think he just doesn't seem to let. I know he has problems and has dealt with shit, obviously, but he doesn't like let it get to him in a way that other people can see.
Yes.
At all. Which is absurd. It makes me think that he just like doesn't care about any of his issues.
Oh, he cares deeply.
I know he does. It's like there's no way he couldn't.
But
A well-functioning, well-put-together guy like him who's got success and a good life has to feel things like other people do.
Oh yeah.
It's so alien to me. I admire it, but it's so.
Yeah, I just love it about him. I love it.
I wish I could be that like
you can if
stoic,
you want.
perfect. I can't. I'm too loud. I feel things too strongly. Everything and everyone that I admire is like the stoic samurai philosopher person. Like my favorite fighter is Corey Sandhagen. He's this like quiet mountain faring hippie dude who's never like looks angry even. Least of all when he's like fighting, but or like just samurais, quiet people, funny people. Like my friend Noah is not quiet, but like nothing ever gets to him at all. Like the most I've ever seen him complain is like on this show when we are doing a segment about complaining, and then he'll still just laugh it off. Whereas like with me, if I have actual problems, I don't think I can laugh them off. I just talk about it, and then if I feel angry or if I feel sad or disappointed, I just feel that way for a while. I think that's just absence of other people. Just absence of like any form of intimacy whatsoever. Just spewing my toxic nonsense out into the world.
No.
Because my battery's too full.
You need that outlet. That's a healthy way to get rid of some problems.
Yeah, I would hope.
But
I'm still looking for my way through. Hopefully
everybody is, man. Everybody is.
Yeah. These just aren't the problems like I feel like I should be having right now. But
how old are you?
22.
22. Yeah. Dude, you got your whole life ahead of you.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You'll figure it out.
I'll fix it with a motorcycle. I'll just get a motorcycle license. I've been thinking about that a lot recently.
Why?
Well, because
Why hop on a dangerous piece of equipment?
Well, my car is a more dangerous piece of equipment.
You think so?
I drive a 2014 Chevy Cruze with a turbo in it. It's any day within the next 10,000 miles, it's just going to start evaporating my engine oil. I know it. Like as soon as a turbo deteriorates, in an American car too, it just no oil, no coolant. I just had to drop $2,000 that I didn't have to fix it because a fucking coolant pipe busted and a transmission fluid pipe busted. Fuck it. Throw on new brakes on top of that, and there goes my college fund.
Yeah, that's expensive.
But I mean,
a bike would get you chicks though.
A bike would get me chicks.
Chicks dig that, dude.
But also
middle school is crazy, bro.
Middle school is pretty easy, bro. My costume got me so many digits, man. Your impersonation of our 11-year-old cousin making fun of me is top 10 bit, maybe top 5 all time.
It was unprecedented. I had no reason to do it, but I just did.
Spur them up. Sorry. You got the fucking Holy Ghost just comes over you, and you have to just you locked in. That was like full character acting right there.
It was good.
Dropping your Lincoln burner account on me.
Lincoln. It's Lincoln. I tried to say things how I thought he might say them, and then just totally embellish the entire situation. But I tricked you for a minute. Admit it.
The first couple texts, definitely. When I responded with like, Link, you're 11. Why do you have a phone? Why are you in the group chat talking like this? I was like, what?
I got your ass.
You got me good. It took me like 40 minutes to be like, oh wait, Connor has another phone.
I've been trying to transition to the iPhone there for years, but once the Android breaks, that'll be the moment.
I mean, you could have waited just a little bit longer because now that Apple, like the next iPhone's going to have like the same, like the USB-C or 3 or whatever it is. We're switching to universal USB cables now, which fucking finally.
Universal meaning everyone on the planet is using the same ones?
Well, actually. Samsung, Google, what other phone makers are there? I mean, fucking Motorola's and Blackberries are, like, even flip phones are using the standard, like, oval USB now. And Microsoft. Fucking Apple was the last one to get on the bandwagon. And they only did it because, like, some, like, European law got passed about, like, what was it? Like, they were doing, it's an anti-consumer practice. Like, Apple's entire ethos of the way that they make things and having, like, their chargers and everything and all of their products be exclusive to just their one singular product. Like, they would change the charging port for the iPhone and the iPad and Macs, like, every year for no reason. So you could only
steered me away from it for a while.
You could only have the charger that, like, came with your phone.
Yep.
That's it. And then any third party one that has, like, the same cable ending does not charge your phone nearly as fast, and that's, like, a recognized like, planned obsolescence, anti-consumer design flaw in iPhones. So finally, I mean, like, the war between Apple versus Android is effectively over now. There's legitimately no difference between them at this point except for iMessage, but any Android phone comes preloaded with, like, Google Messages now, which is functionally the same thing and has like Wi-Fi calling now. So there's no reason, like, I would get an iPhone if I gave a shit about, like, my social appearance. I still get shit for having an Android from people. It's disgusting.
Oh, I get shit from it all the time.
I
like the UI more though.
I like it way more.
Way more.
Having the buttons on the bottom.
Yeah.
And the scroll bar at the top. And all the little widgets.
I love
like it way better.
I love it.
But I'm like people, I make like race jokes all the time because I'm like the one black guy in a room ever, wherever I go.
It's true.
And yeah, I make race jokes all the time, like fully in jest, because I know the people I hang around are not racist at all. Except if you have a fucking Android. Like iPhone people are racist against people who have Android phones. It's hilarious. It should be criminalized at this point. It's people like will hate crime you. Like I gotta.
I've had girls say,
"Ew, the green bubble."
Yeah, exactly. I've had girls say that to me. Like,
I didn't even know that was a thing because my only ever iPhone. I had an iPhone for like 3 months, and it was like an iPhone 4. And I don't think the green message thing was even a thing for iMessage back then. So the first time a girl ever hit me with that over text, I was like, "What? What are you talking about?"
That's kind of why I have an iPhone, honestly. is to talk to girls because they get icked by a green bubble.
Dude, come on. It's Apple's fault. Like
it is.
It's Apple's fault. Like the Android phone camera quality joke that Apple people liked to parrot for the last like 10 years. Like Android's always had the same camera, if not better, for the last like 8 years. But like when you send someone a video from Android to iPhone, it goes through this like completely unsourced. Like there's no digital protection on that SMS feed at all. It's completely open source, so everything just gets ridiculously compressed going between the two code systems for the different texting apps, and it just it destroys all the quality. Like if you send a 30-second video to somebody, it could be like a screen recording from your phone, like the exact quality of your phone, and you send it from an iPhone to an Android, it's gonna be in like 144p.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's the worst thing ever. And I would get an iPhone for my next phone, but I just hate the app. I just hate iOS. I just hate it so much. It's fucking disgusts me to look at. I also hate that there's no like Androids have the little button on the bottom of the screen on like your home screen that pulls up the list of all your apps.
Yep.
Despise that iPhone does not have that. All of your apps have to be on some swiping menu of the home screen or in a folder somewhere.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Yep. I mean, for mine right now, though, I just get whatever my company gives me. I don't really have a choice.
Yeah.
But.
Oh, I mean, getting shit from a company is nice. These are the things we have to do to appease white women. This is this is the current state of my life. Is like getting my bachelor's in white womanology. I don't want any of it. But if I'm gonna find my wife someday, I have to know these things. I have to be on top of this.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to see the Taylor Swift.
Guys can't be themselves.
No. Not from the outside. Once you get a girlfriend, then you can be yourself, and she'll become you.
You can open up a little bit.
You can open up a little bit,
but early,
no.
You
have to just be a mirror, which is fucking crazy. Or like a dog, just who can't communicate at all, who will just sit there and smile and wag your tail.
Smile, say yes, fucking simp their way into that shit.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll go see the Taylor Swift Eras Tour movie in theaters with you. I totally want to do that.
Yeah.
I'll go see Five Nights at Freddy's in theaters with you. I totally want to do that. Yeah, let's spend fucking $20 a day at Starbucks, please.
You have to do it.
You have to do it.
Have to.
There's nothing else. There's no other way.
And honestly, you could be dating her for a year still. And then at the year mark, then you can be like, we're not going to Starbucks today.
No.
It's not happening.
I got a Keurig. I've had a Keurig this whole time.
Yeah. If you open the shelf, look.
Honey, we
can make it ourselves.
Honey, I've got some really bad news. I can totally afford this. I genuinely do not want to do this anymore.
No, I get real sacrificial when I date girls, though. So.
Oh, me too.
To a bad point, honestly, where I'll start like prioritizing my own time differently and like.
Oh yeah.
But man, if you want to get in there, you gotta do it, bro. No, but
the games we have to play, the state of the modern man, atrocious. Weak. We used to be a country. Things used to be good.
Can't even define what a man is now.
No. Yeah. I think you can. I think you can define what a man is easier than you can define what a woman is. People are more hung up on what a woman is.
That's true, but you'll get backlash for whatever you're saying.
Oh yeah, I know.
That's stupid.
It's ridiculous, but that's what happened to. I don't mind people having pride in the things that they're into and their lifestyles, or their immutable like qualities or whatever, like being gay. Who fucking cares? But the saying from the back in the day of like, I don't care what somebody does in the privacy of their own homes. We lost a step somewhere recently where the privacy of their own homes part just got chopped off.
Yeah.
Like, be yourself, do what you want to do, but like wearing, and I'm not just talking about gay people, obviously. This goes for literally everybody. I'm being a misanthrope here, where like stop wearing, just quiet down a little bit with the personality. Yeah.
Be mysterious.
Oh, that's the apex of like personality type right there. That's like the Ryan Gosling. That's what I'm going for. The like quiet autistic guy who sits in the shadows and doesn't say anything, but everybody loves him and he looks cool and sits in the corner. If I could do that, I would give up so much. I would happily be 5'9" if I could be just a goofy white boy who looks like Ryan Gosling. I told that to my mom the other day, and she fucking hated it so much.
Why?
I don't know. She's
funny,
like,
dude.
She's so like reverse. She's like so reverse racist, where everything has to be covered, and she's like, no, Cameron, you have to have pride in everything about yourself and the nature of your existence. You can't even jokingly say, I want to be silly, goofy, blonde boy running around. Why? Why would you say that about yourself?
Yeah. Newsflash. You don't need to be proud of everything that you do.
No, you're not. Nobody's
I'm
perfect.
definitely, no, exactly. And I'm my own worst critic.
Of course.
Yeah. I beat myself up all the fucking time.
Well, like, who else is going to, like, force you to get better but yourself?
Exactly.
So why would you just be fully accepting of everything that's going on? That's a ridiculous mindset.
I get the standpoint that your mom's trying to press, but it's not a...
Well, I just, every time we have those conversations, I just don't want to say the real thing on my mind that, like, I just disagree with the nature
bottle
of
it up.
Yeah, I have to bottle it up. Like, I just disagree with the nature of my existence. Like, if I could have seen back in time, I would have told my parents not to get together, because you can't live your life the way that they came together. Like, you can't have two people who hate each other have a kid, two people from different generations, different countries, different races, who hate each other, come together, have a kid, separate immediately, continue to hate each other, and never hide it from your kid, who you constantly see that other person in. Anytime they were mad at each other, they took it out on me, whether they realized it or not, because they're arguing with me as a stand-in for the other parent. And I would say, don't do that. Even if I was white, I would say that that's not a good thing. Oh, well. This days go on, I guess.
Man, you got your life to live it.
Yeah. Well. Holy shit. Hour 10 already. That was great. Thank you for joining me for the penultimate episode, Con. I'll cut this up and post
course,
it tomorrow. Man. That was hilarious.
Mischief Castle.